2 p.m. tomorrow. Funeral services for Donna Renee Casey, age 62, of Hanceville, are incomplete and will be announced later by Hanceville Funeral Home. Ms. Casey passed away Sunday at her residence. Pearl Ruth Golden, age 87, passed away on Sunday at her residence. Funeral services will be at 11 a.m. tomorrow at Moss Service Chapel. The Reverends Jimmy Baker and Tim Rice officiate. The interment will be in the Simcoe Methodist Cemetery. Funeral services for Oletta Calvert Graves, age 90, of Cullman, will be at 1 p.m. Today at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Brothers Sonny Tucker and Jean Pearsall officiating. Burial in Cullman City Cemetery. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hanceville Funeral Home.
On Your Own Home Furnishings is locally owned and operated by Dan Stevens, offering bedroom furnishings including mattresses and bedding, living room furnishings including sofas, loves, and recliners, dinettes, appliances, and more. Not in stock? We'll order it. King mattresses starting at just $5.99, queen mattresses starting at $4.99, and adjustable beds with queen memory foam starting at $14.99. Great prices, brand names, cash or payments, free delivery, $20 for referrals. Located at 315 4th Street Southwest. Call 256-734-4545. We make it easy, you make it happen.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2 right here in Coleman, Alabama. Good morning, Miss Jacqueline.
Good morning, Mr. Joel. How are you?
I'm doing, hey,
Doing
look at
well.
that. We're in sync already.
That's right.
It is a beautiful day here in Coleman, and I think you want to show us a little of that
Well,
beauty, don't you?
yeah, on my way to work, I caught a rainbow in the sky. So
Hey.
let's take a look at that. You could barely
that.
see it, but look straight ahead, right in the middle.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
that
and
is
the sky
awesome.
was really kind of a reddish color. It was
Right.
really weird. And where the sun was coming up, it was red, and on the other side, it was blue, and it was raining, and it was just kind of an odd
Right.
mix. But I captured that rainbow,
that's
and I
awesome.
thought that was kind of cool.
Well, let's take a look at the weather. Of course, it's going to be brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. And it's 23 days till we celebrate Christmas. And of course, yeah, write a letter to Santa, tell him what you want, especially if you have some grandkids or
That's
kids.
right.
They always enjoy that.
Right.
The December 2nd almanac looks a little bit like this. The average high is going to be 55 degrees, with the record being set at 76 degrees in 2007. The average low is going to be 35 degrees, the record being set at 8 degrees in 1937. That's a picture of Coleman right there behind it at 8 degrees. Sunset tonight at 4:37 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 6:36 a.m. There's a look at the southeast radar for you. Now let's take a look at the forecast. Today, it's going to be foggy and cloudy, as you can see outside already, with a high of 62 and a 20% chance of rain. Tonight, the low is going to be 50 degrees with a 20% chance of rain. Tomorrow, it's going to be 62 with another 20% chance of rain. Looks like it might be rainy for a little while here.
It looks like it is actually raining.
It is raining a little bit right now. Look at that. All through the week into the weekend. Looks like we have a 50% chance of rain Friday, 70% chance on Saturday, all with highs in the 60s. Lows getting down there into the 40s as we make our way into next week. But still, that rain persists with highs of 58.
And unseasonably a little warmer
Yeah,
right now
yeah,
than
it is.
normal. Because normally it's supposed to be, what, 55? And it's
Right,
in the 60s.
right, a little bit cooler.
High in the 60s.
And that
yeah.
rain, it's that rain just bringing in the warmer weather, I think,
I
is what
guess,
it's
but
what
once
it's
it
doing.
goes out, maybe we'll get a little bit cooler weather.
Yeah,
again.
hopefully we will. So let's go ahead and talk about our Facebook friend.
All right, let's look at that. Who do we have today? We have Lexi Burdette, and Miss Lexi likes West Point Warriors and Temple Baptist Church. So very good, Lexi. Come on down here and pick up a certificate, and we'll get you a big old sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. You'll have to go to the Berlin Quick Stop to pick it up, though. But thanks for being our friend.
Absolutely, and with Christmas right around the corner, we always like to talk about some of our local merchants in the area, and they're always doing some cool stuff. We also have Christmas in Coleman coming up, so go ahead and talk about some of that.
Well, Coleman City Parks and Recs is doing a Christmas Arts and Crafts Show at the Civic Center on Friday from 9 until 9, and on Saturday from 9 until 5. Over 70 vendors featuring handmade items, including jewelry, woodworking, toys, home decor, apparel, and much, much more. And you know what? Admission is free, so go do some shopping. That's always fun to check out all that.
Fun.
And then also Finders Keepers, half a dozen days of Christmas, and they're having their vintage Santa and toy sale today. And of course, that's a large selection on special vintage Santas and toys from an estate are available for purchase. So go check that out. If you're one of those collectors, this would be a great way to pick up on some really good items, and
got some really
probably
neat
very
things.
unique, different things. So go by there.
Absolutely.
And if you're not into the vintage Santas, that's okay. You can still do some shopping there.
They've got a lot of cool stuff in this.
They really do. A lot of different vendors, all different kinds of genres, and so it's really kind of cool. So
Absolutely. So we have a day in history. So let's go ahead and check out what that was. On December 2nd, 1982, Barney Clark becomes the first person to receive an artificial heart. Of course, the artificial heart is meant to bridge the time between like a heart transplant or the replacement of the heart. It's not really meant to, it doesn't really sustain for that long, or at least they didn't at that time.
I got you.
So he lasted 112 days on the very first artificial heart, which is, I mean,
yeah, and I
if
guess
you don't have a heart, that's a lot longer than not having
and
one.
you've got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
You've got to, so
yeah, they have made leaps and bounds in that field for sure since then.
Wow, 1982.
So, 1982, not that long ago.
No,
so
yeah,
you think about what can happen in 20 years.
Yeah.
So and things to think about. Well, we have a great show lined up for everybody. We have a great musical guest for everybody today.
Yes, we do. Mr. Wayne Brown is here.
Absolutely.
And he is going to do some picking and grinning, I think,
Yeah.
on his guitar. Except for he says he doesn't really use a pick.
Yeah, he finger picks.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be able to talk to him coming up after this commercial break. So don't go away.
Smiling, keeps me shining, feels like a secret that's worth hiding. But I want to share with the whole world, 'cause every girl deserves to feel like the luckiest girl. Can't you see? You get swept away each time in the beauty of Sorelli.
That's how fast the health information technology profession is projected to grow this decade. That's how much a health information technician can make in the first year. Who will you be? Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind. That's how many registered nurses the national job market will need in this decade. Will you be one of them? Across the country, that's the median annual pay for RNs. Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
As soon as you've conquered coq au vin, there's chocolate to souffle. There's baklava to build from scratch, and béarnaise to top epic fillets. There is you and your guts, and heat that you can trust. KitchenAid Even Heat technology gives you incredible control over sautéing, melting, and simmering, and the most even baking across all racks. And when everything you try turns out, there's so much more to make.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. We are here with Mr. Wayne Brown. He is a local musician here in the area. How are you doing today, Mr. Wayne?
I'm doing good, sir.
It's good to see you. Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about your background in music. How did you get, well, first of all, how did you get here?
Well, I got here when I met a girl from Falkville up in Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, that usually does bring you, yeah, I understand.
Yeah. And we got married up in Michigan, and then the first time I had a vacation, I was working at WKMF Radio up in Flint, and we came down here to visit her family in Falkville. And I went into Huntsville. I said, I want to go see what's going on in radio over in Huntsville. And I came back from Huntsville, and I said, would it break your heart to stay? I says, I've been offered a job.
Oh, wow, just like
so,
that.
Yeah, so we ended up moving. And
you know, the South really is the best kept secret. I hate to tell you this.
Yeah, I think it's becoming more and more known, though.
Right, right. More and more people are realizing how great it is down here in the South.
Yeah, I love it.
So when you lived up in Michigan, were you involved in music up there, or was it just radio?
Yes. I started out, well, I guess I started out when I was 5 years old. My mother and dad took me up to the front of the church to sing It Is No Secret.
Oh, okay.
And because they wanted, you know, And then I just wore the entire family and everybody that knew me out singing it over and over and over again because I realized I was a star.
Oh, okay.
So
You liked all that attention.
I loved that attention.
And
so.
obviously must have sounded pretty good.
Yeah, I guess I pulled it off. So.
Yeah, well, very good. So the family was musical.
Yeah, my
type
dad and
family.
my mother both played rhythm acoustic guitar.
Okay.
And they both sang in church, so I had that exposure. Right.
So many people get started that way, don't they?
Yeah, it's roots. It's just part of your root system.
Right.
Yeah, but it's funny because you'd be surprised how many people these days don't have those roots and are picking up their instruments and just kind of going with it. So but it's cool that you have that now. So what kind of music do you like to play?
Well, back in the days of high school, I was going to school at Kersley in Flint, and I was hanging out with people like Mark Farner and Mel Shocker, and these guys became superstars with Grand Funk Railroad.
Oh.
And I had a lot of exposure to people like that. Terry Knapp in Lapeer, Michigan, who ended up managing Grand Funk. There was a lot of music around that area, a lot of very good music. And so, of course, with that exposure, I was kind of drawn to the rock and roll side of it. But after I went to work at WKMF in Flint, which was a country station, I started emceeing shows for people like Loretta Lynn, Conway Twitty, Joe Stampley, and just a long, long list, Bill Anderson. A huge list of people that I got to meet over those years at WKMF.
That's awesome.
And it was Loretta Lynn that won me over to be a country. She was just so genuine. I really just had dinner with her one night, said I'm hooked.
Yeah, definitely.
So
that's kind of what you play now is country music?
Well, I don't pigeonhole myself. I think when I grab my pen and my guitar, I just write. You know, whatever comes into my head, and it just kind of goes where it wants to go. So if it's up-tempo, then it can go both ways, and if it's a ballad, then it tends to probably be more country. So.
But nowadays, country has kind of had a switch, and it's a little bit more up-tempo and a little bit more rock.
Yeah, there's John Lott and I, he's a local songwriter that I work with a lot. We wrote a song recently called "Is Nashville Ever Coming Back to Town?" Because there's a lot of complaining, you know, in and around the music business and radio about how far afield country has gone. It's just, it's not, it doesn't feel like country anymore. So it's rare.
But see, I like that new country. I don't like the twangy country. You know, the older, some of the older songs.
And that's why it's working, because there's a lot of people out there.
It's very wide demand. Well, and because. And see, I like the new country, but I think some of the older stuff, just there's more heart in it. It's not so generic, poppy. Because pop is its own genre, and that's what it is. It's just catering to that repetitive kind of general themed kind of thing. Whereas all the old songs you look at, like the writers, like Conway Twitty or like even
Johnny
Cash. Some of those guys, their songs were just like, you could tell that these guys had been through some stuff, and you could hear it in their music. And so that's where I respect the older country for sure. But it's changed from. And also, you look at writing in country music, it's not just those writers, it's like probably 9 people, you know, working on a song and giving it to them to sing. So,
but the old country was usually had some sort of heartbreak to it. You know, I mean, it seems like a lot of that.
There's the old saying, you know, that you can bring somebody a dog and his truck and his wife back and play it backwards, and you've got a country song.
So now they're going a little bit more. They're changing the subject a little bit. They're changing the subject
a little bit.
But what I think I like country about, what I like most about country is usually it is a good Americana kind of song. They love their mama, they love their wife, they you know, they love their country, you know, love their beer, that too. But you know, I like that. They're not bashing anybody. They're not saying bad words. There are very few bad words. And I can understand them. That's the other thing. And these people can really sing. Now there are a lot of people out there that are in music right now that are out there, and they really can't sing. They're screaming, they're whatever they're doing. It's not really singing as far as I'm
that's the
concerned.
stuff my boys love. So.
Yeah,
You know, and to me, it's like, okay, whereas country, you have to be able to really sing because you'll hear it if it's not good,
Some
you
of the
know?
best artists are just the ones that can pick up a guitar and just...
This pop feel, though, in country is not new. I mean, this goes all the way back to Marty Robbins.
Right.
I mean, and Ronnie Millsap. And when I was working back in the 70s in radio, people back then were complaining about it's not country anymore. So this, I guess it's the older you get.
It started then.
The older you get, the more. And I'm sure they probably a few, back when Hank Williams was alive, that there was somebody going too far afield. So it's music just kind of, if you get into it, it just kind of takes you where it wants to, and you just follow along. That's you're stuck.
Now,
No, go ahead.
I wanted to point out that on your right hand, you are missing a finger.
Yes, I
So
am.
you have 3 fingers. As a guitar player, is that difficult for you?
I think that's probably the reason I don't use a pick, because I find it very awkward and clumsy feeling to try to play with a pick. So I just strum like Waylon. I strum with my thumb.
Okay, okay.
So
So that's something that, have you always been missing a finger, or did you have an accident?
I had an accident when
Okay.
I was 15 years old. I was
Okay.
being chivalrous. I was on a paper route with a buddy of mine. We were sharing it. It was bitter cold February day. We went into his house to take a break and warm up. And his sister was trying to cut a piece of plywood for a flower box. And she was afraid of the saw. Oh, let me help. I take wood shop.
Right, right.
So I proceeded to cut my finger off.
Oh, great, great.
that's
goodness. So you have had to adapt over the
Yes,
years.
yes.
Yeah, but apparently it hasn't stopped you.
I
huh?
type, I play piano, I just don't pick.
Right, okay, okay. But you still are able to strum the guitar
Yes,
and
yeah.
play for us, and that's something you're going to do for us in just a few minutes.
Tell us about some of the songs that you're going to play for us today.
I have one that one of my co-writers up in northern Michigan, Belle, she says, you've got to play that song. And I says, okay, I'll see if I can dredge it up and remember it. So that's part of another problem with being a songwriter is I've written hundreds of songs and you forget most of them. So you have to go back and try to remember. And it's easy being a songwriter and giving it to somebody and say, here, make this sound good.
Right, right.
But remembering it becomes a challenge.
Right.
So the first, I guess, probably the first song I'll do is that song that she wanted me to do, which is I got the idea for the song at LAX when I was catching a flight up to Northern California, and middle of the night, very, very old couple came walking through, and they were just so sweet looking together. And then they sat down across from me. They're talking quietly, and we never conversed, but they were the seed for this song. And it took me several years to finally get around to writing it, and then I wrote it when I was up in Nashville a couple of years ago. So it's a song called Life After Beth.
Oh, okay.
And let me think. I'll probably do I'll Get a Real Job, and then I have to do the only song that my mother ever hated. You know how mothers are. Oh, that's nice. And they say that's a kiss of death if you tell a publisher that your mother likes the song. So I wrote this one song. I played it for my mother, and she says, "Oh, Wainroy, I don't like that one." and I'll probably do that one. And it's
now you are performing on a regular basis over at Berkeley Bob's?
Well, I go in there occasionally for the open mics. And like I said, John Lott and I get together a lot over there. We write a lot together. And I just started working with Mick Bolam. And he came over to the place along with John one day. So I think him and I are probably going to get together and do some writing.
Okay, cool.
But that's my passion. It's the writing, not so much the performing. I did perform for 30 years, but I played drums.
Okay.
So as guitar players go, I'm a really good drummer. So.
There you go.
And who'd you perform with?
I played up in Flint. The first band was with my kid brother and a guy named Cliff Garrow, who became part of the Tennessee Fat Cats and part of a band called Romeo Ridge with Capitol Records. Cliff, I think he's back in Michigan now. He was in Nashville for a while. Yeah, my kid brother Charlie played bass, and I played drums, and then we had a guy named Jack Matney, and we went through a series of lead guitar players, including Cliff Garrow.
Okay.
And the band was called Jack's Rebels. And then after several years of that, we decided we were tired of the name, and we changed it to the Knox Creek Coal Company, but it was the same guys. So, so we were playing 6 and 7 nights a week up there in Flint. And I played drums, and we kind of cycled through different people in the bands, and then it finally just kind of, you get older and people drift apart, and, and people move, and so.
Well, cool. Well, we are really excited to hear you play, Mr. Wade.
I am too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able.
Well, it's early, isn't it?
Yeah, right. It's very early.
So
I need a cup of coffee.
Absolutely, this morning. So we are going to come right back. We're going to look at some of our merchant ads right after this, so don't go away.
Finders Keepers is a unique and fun shopping experience. Lovely antiques, collectibles, or vintage items, we have what you're looking for at Finders Keepers in downtown Coleman. Furniture, repurposed items, and treasures from the past. They all make the store a fun place to shop. Fashion accessories and even original art are offered by local artisans. It's truly a unique shopping experience. Merry Christmas from us all at Finders Keepers.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
On Your Own Home Furnishings is locally owned and operated by Dan Stevens, offering bedroom furnishings including mattresses and bedding, living room furnishings including sofas, loves, and recliners, dinettes, appliances, and more. Not in stock? We'll order it. King mattresses starting at just $5.99, queen mattresses starting at $4.99, and adjustable beds with queen memory foam starting at $14.99. Great prices, brand names, cash or payments, free delivery, $20 for referrals. Located at 315 4th Street Southwest. Call 256-734-4545. We make it easy, you make it happen.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Welcome back to the show. This is the part of the show where we like to tell you about some of the local merchants in our area and also give away some prizes. So let's take a look at those prizes, what we have today. We have a Take and Bake pizza from Papa Murphy's. We also have an assorted bag of apples from Steel Orchard and a large 5-topping Coleman Pizza Hut pizza. So let's go ahead and jump into those merchant ads today. Oh, that's a lot of Christmas lights. The Red Door Emporium, serving breakfast and lunch. They are artfully delicious. They are open from Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday from 7 to 1, next to the Coleman Times.
And B Fit is a fitness facility right downtown Coleman next to Renard's Gallery. It's $100 per month. Month to month, no contracts. Membership includes a free personal trainer at B Fit.
Your local farmer's insurance agent is Tommy Warhurst. He's located next to Specialty Pharmacy. Call today for your free quote or visit thewarhurstagency.com.
And the blizzard of the month right now at Dairy Queen is the Candy Cane Chill. Of course it would be. Add peppermint to ice cream and what do you have? A wonderful blizzard. Stop by today to check that out.
Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center has plenty of fitness opportunities for you and your whole family. They have a 6-lane competition pool, an aerobic and cycling classes. They have it all there.
And Steel Orchard, highest quality products at the lowest possible price since 1985. Christmas baked items are now available, and they're located right there on County Road 1141.
Chesley Oaks Golf Course is an 18-hole golf course facility and full practice facility. They have beautifully manicured bent greens and 4 sets of tees to suit golfers of all ability. Open 7 to 7, 7 days a week.
And Frosting's Cupcakes. Oh goodness, look at all the wonderful flavors they have. Payday and s'mores, banana walnut and caramel pumpkin, right there in the market plots next to the theater. That's Frosting's.
Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, featuring the family barbecue package, which is a pound of meat, 2 16-ounce sides, and 4 buns, located in the Berlin Quick Stop. Go check them out today.
And Earl's Body Shop has been voted best automotive repair in Coleman. Also large and small towing available, local or long distance, 24 hours available, and that's Earl's Body Shop.
Casa Cafe specials every day include tacos, fajitas, burritos, and more. They also have a buffet on Friday and Sunday. Go check them out on Main Avenue in Coleman. And that's our first round of merchant ads right here on Today on 2. Our question for everyone today is, who is your local farmer's insurance agent?
You just told us that.
Just told you.
Yeah.
Give us a call. The number, of course, at the bottom of the screen, 734-7399. Give us a call today while we take a look at Money Matters, brought to you by Premier Bank.
Hi, I'm Caitlin with Premier Bank, and this is Ashley. Today, Ashley's going to tell us a little bit about our Christmas loan sale.
We are currently running a Christmas loan sale. Stop by one of our 10 locations and fill out an application to see if you qualify. Certain restrictions do apply.
If you have any questions, you can call us at 256-737-9900. Thanks, and we hope to see you soon.
All right, I think we have a call on the line, so let's see who we have on here. Hey, can we ask who's calling?
This is Gail.
Hey, Miss Gail, how are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty well.
Fantastic. Let's ask you the question. Who is our local farmer's insurance agent?
It's Tommy Warhurst or something like that.
Tommy Warhurst is correct.
Exactly
awesome. Well, thank you for calling, Miss Gail. We're going to put you on hold and get some information from you.
And you know what else? She's also going to win a book. We have a couple of books left over from Fred Arsenault, so from yesterday, the author that was on.
So we're going to give her the book as well.
So we're going to give her, she'll have a choice of one of those books.
Fantastic. Well, cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of our merchant ads right here on Today on 2. Pizza Hut is an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet, a new featured pizza every day. They also have a lunch buffet from 11 to 2, only $5.99, and a Sunday night buffet from 5 to 8 at the Pizza Hut.
And Berkeley Bob's Coffee House and Whole Earth Store. That's where you can hear Mr. Wayne Brown perform on open mic night. Check it out and check out all the different coffees available. They have some really yummy stuff there at Berkeley Bob's.
Hair by Loretta. She is a color specialist. She does color, highlights, body waves, straightening, waxing, spa pedicures. Call for an appointment. She is your hair care for the whole family. Go check out Hair by Loretta.
And Deb's Bookstore. She is featuring right now, if you purchase a $25 gift certificate, you get a free mug. And of course, they're located right there on 3rd Street.
Grand Point Pharmacy, coffee and gifts. Kids can now choose the flavor of their medicines. They say we make managing your prescriptions easy because managing your health is hard enough. Go check out Grand Point Pharmacy today.
And Mr. Hicks Menswear and Formal Wear. It's Coleman's only men's specialty store for suits and sport coats, located right there at 217 Compass Way. That's Mr. Hicks Menswear.
Cotton State Barns you can buy or rent to own. Barns starting at $14.96. No credit check, you're approved. Carports, playsets, utility trailer storage buildings located on 278 West past I-65.
And Tires for Less, featuring Bridgestone and Firestone tires. But they're more than just tires. Go have the oil change, shocks and brakes checked, and so forth.
Mullins Body Shop, you've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and service. And now you can count on them today. Call Sunny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim at the number at the bottom of your screen.
And Night Free Insurance, providing insurance coverage now for over 3 generations. It's one of the top 10 growth agencies in the state of Alabama for auto owners. That's Night Free Insurance.
And those are our merchant ads for the day. Don't go away, because right after this, we're going to come back and tell you about some things going on in Coleman with our Community Billboard segment.
In the nation, the safest feature in your car is you. Add Vanishing Deductible from Nationwide Insurance and get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
Now, what is the worst?
Last minute Christmas shopping.
Right. This year, we start right after Halloween. We still have months. We are in good shape.
Lots of time.
Lots of time.
Is that a Christmas tree?
I think so.
In a rush? Come to the UPS store and we'll pack and ship all your gifts.
I love logistics!
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Let's take a look at those community billboards brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. Wallace State Community College is doing their Christmas concert. It's being presented by the music department, and that's on Thursday, December the 4th at the Betty Leith Haynes Theater. Do you know what time it starts?
It starts at 7 p.m. Come out and check it out. It's going to be the choir, the singers, and the concert band. So a whole bunch of performances.
Fantastic. Hansville's having their Christmas parade on December the 6th at 2 o'clock. It starts at Wallace State, and of course it ends at the Hansville City Hall. No entry fee. If you're interested, I'm sure you need to give them a call and get lined up. And the Wallace State Jazz Band is also doing their Christmas concert at 2 p.m. on December the 6th at the Borough Recital Hall.
That's always a great concert, too.
Yes, I bet it is. And the first annual Christmas Benefit Youth Rodeo, ages 1 through 18, and that will be held on December the 6th. And there'll be barrel racing, pole bending, is that right? Flag race, calf roping, and more. And that's the Hanceville Sheriff's Office that's putting this together, and that's the gates are open at 9.
Yeah.
And so give them a call, 256-590-8030. And by recycling your aluminum cans through the Coleman Animal Shelter, you can help them provide for their homeless animals. They have a recycling bin at their location, and all donations are welcome. And if you have a community billboard you want to share with us, send it to our webpage, channel2coleman.com, or give us a call, 256-734-7399, or go on our Facebook page, Channel 2 Coleman. And we would like to wish a happy birthday to Jania Waters, maybe, and Mary Barnes, and of course their names will be put into the drawing on Friday, where they have that possibility of winning an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
And don't forget to send us in your anniversaries if you have any of them. And let's take one last look at the weather. It's brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Today it's going to be foggy and cloudy with a high of 62, a 20% chance of rain, the overnight low 50 degrees. Also that rain just continuing throughout the day and tomorrow as we get back up to 62 degrees. So, awesome. We've had a great show today, and it's not over yet. We are going to come right back to see Mr. Wayne Brown perform for us. So don't go away, and have a great day.
All right. Well, as promised, I suppose I should start off with that song that I told Belle I was going to have to play if I could remember. This is a song that came from a meeting that I had, not a meeting, but some people I saw at LAX in the middle of the night when I was waiting for a connecting flight up to Northern California. And this very old couple came through, and they were kind of the inspiration for this. It's called Life After Beth. With my early morning paper, I was waiting on a pre-dawn flight up to Seattle. I saw that old man walking at me, holding a package to his chest. With all those empty seats to choose from, he landed in the one right next to mine. And smiling, he sat down, and I saw that treasure in his hands. He said, I guess that you can see. Oh, wrong line. Saw that treasure in his hands. Told you can't remember when you're the songwriter, you forget your own songs. Smiling, he sat down, and I saw that treasure in his hands. Brass label on the top introduced me to Elizabeth. I saw the day that she was born, and just days ago she drew her final breath. But with a twinkle in his eyes, he said, we're here to catch a flight for Puget Sound. And Beth, she likes to sit by strangers anytime we're waiting on the ground. He said, I guess that you can see Beth was everything to me. She loved me well enough to carry on alone. And I've had my good hard cry, I'm not rushing off to die, 'cause loving her was life at all its best. Yeah, I still believe in heaven, just don't believe in life after Beth. Well, we shared that flight together. Think as he told me how she'd caused his love to grow, the three of us becoming friends in the hours as the clouds passed by below. And how on a cruise up to Alaska, watching the whales breach and blow, she told him, honey, when I'm gone, just remember, this is where I want to go. It was easy now to see Beth was his breathing memory. She loved him well enough to carry on alone. And he'd had his good hard cry, wasn't rushing off to die, 'cause loving her was life at all its best. Yeah, he still believes in heaven, he just don't believe in life after Beth. Yeah, he still believes in heaven, he just don't believe in life after Beth. Oh, well, a little choppy, but it's yeah, I got to quit writing songs and just remember the ones that I do. Let's see. The only song that my mother didn't like. They say if you walk into a publisher in Nashville and pitch him a song and say, my mama really likes this one, it's like you might as well drive a stake through the heart of it. It's gone. So I sang this one the first time I sang it for my mother, and she's, oh, Wainroy, I don't like that song. You know, so maybe you'll figure out why as we get going here. It's 4 a.m., there's an alarm clock in my ear. In 30 minutes, I'll be 20 miles from here. Pulling in some filling station in the heartland of the nation, and I'm working on my first heart attack. Yeah, I'm working on my first heart attack. I'm all stressed out and got me a bad back. My friends think I'm a hypochondriac, but I'm a-working on my first heart attack. A 2-lane road, little fog, but that's okay, 'cause I'm the only one out here this time of day. Praying I don't have a flat to slow the race down for this rat. And I'm a-working on my first heart attack. Yeah, working on my first heart attack. I'm all stressed out and got me a bad back. My boss thinks I'm a hypochondriac, but I'm a-working on my first heart attack. Now comes the happy ending. I know my loss is gonna be a shock, and they're gonna have to go pick out a rock. And that chisel hits its final lick, just say I told him I was sick. Back working on my first heart attack. Back there working on my first heart attack. Oh, shall we do another one? Alrighty. This was inspired by a good friend of mine. His mother had great hopes for him. He had a college education, and like a lot of us who get wrapped up in music, that's all he wanted to do. And she came in one day and she says, "I wish you would just get a real job," you know, like that. And so I thought, well, okay, I'm going to write a song called "Get a Real Job." Tears welled up in Mama's eyes as I pulled out of the drive. I was heading out for medical school. As I rolled off down the street, those tears, they rolled off down her cheeks. And she hollered out, "Son, don't be such a fool. Get a real job, start a band. Sell tickets till there's only room to stand. Travel up and down those roads in a bus your roadies load. Get a real job, start a band." 2 weeks later, I called home. Mama choked up on the phone. I said, "I've changed my mind, I plan to study law." She said, "Son, I must confess, all your life is such a mess, and I know this news is gonna kill your pa. Get a real job, start a band. Sell tickets till there's only room to stand. Travel up and down the roads in a bus your roadies load. Get a real job, start a band." Now comes the happy ending for this one. Well, I took a class in poetry, wrote a song as you can see. Turned out to be my mama's pride and joy. Listen to your mom, she's right. You'll rest easier at night, and you'll always be your mama's little boy. If you get a real job, start a band. Sell tickets till there's only room to stand. Travel up and down those roads in a bus your roadies load. Get a real job, start a band. Yeah, you could streak across the sky in that Learjet you could buy. If you get a real job, start a band. Thank you. I don't think I can take much more except a cup of coffee. Thank you very much.